No.
Okay, this is the, what's the date today?
26th.
The 26th of January. It's 5 o'clock. We're opening the select board meeting, and we are early because we are planning to go into executive session. Do we have a motion for that?
Motion to enter executive session to discuss personnel per 1 VSA section 313.
Second.
And all those in favor say aye.
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 So then
Opposed?
Pause recording.
Paying me for some of my sick days.
Send us a note. We don't want to have this in open
We
session.
are now recording. We are now recording again, and I'm admitting our guests.
Okay. We're coming out of executive session and starting the regular meeting at 6:05 or 6:03. There's no action taken for the personnel issue. So I'll call the meeting to order at 6:03, and we'll, where are we here? Any announcements?
no changes to agenda.
Changes to agenda?
So I just had one thing.
Yes.
Down at the listing on the agenda, next meeting, it says bond vote informational 2/2/26. We have actually moved that to be on 2/9/2026 at 5:30 PM, directly before our next regular select board meeting.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to note that because it was wrong on the agenda that was shared with the public.
Good, thank you.
I'm sorry. This is factually inaccurate. As you say, it's before the meeting on the 9th.
Correct, at 5:30.
Yeah, 5:30, yep. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Any other changes to agenda? Carol, you can stay or you can,
Well, I was just curious who the Zoom user is, but now I see that's like somebody's trying to be anonymous.
Yeah, we won't let them in. if
No,
they're
that's what I was.
we don't let them in. We have to know who's coming in.
I know.
Okay, any other changes to agenda? Any announcements? I have one, and that is that we've had an issue with public parking and people not seeming to be aware, in spite of a lot of attention, that they can't park in the Mill Street parking and so on, so we can clear the roads. I just want to remind people to use Facebook and Plainfield People, because that's all being updated, and that goes really for anything that's in town going on. Facebook does a pretty good job of keeping up to date. We try hard.
I'll say a neighbor got their car towed today and is not on Front Porch Forum or Facebook.
There are signs as well.
Yeah,
That posted where all those parking spots are. There
Yeah.
are signs about our snow policy.
I think Dan went pretty
And there were
far
people
levels.
knocked doors in the community before the towing. There was
Yeah.
a lot done to try to make sure. And I think of the 8 vehicles that were there at 8 AM, 5 moved in time and 3 were towed.
Yep. Yeah, but we had to have the streets clean.
Well, it's it's a accessibility issue. If we can't plow those spots, then if people try to park there later, they could slip and fall or something else could happen.
Well, he observed somebody do that.
Yeah.
And hit their head on the car, so. Public comment. Anybody, public comment?
There was someone parked right in front of the sign in the no parking, like the sign that said, Dan did say that, so.
Yeah, people have to read. Water and wastewater budget presentation.
Oh, was Mary there?
Do we have Mary on?
No.
No.
Oh, shoot. I sent the stuff over to her house.
We,
The budget. Oh, shoot. Let me call her.
well, we need to deal with this.
Sometimes she falls asleep.
Unless she's a Zoom user.
Maybe we should just postpone that discussion.
Well, we can't postpone it. We have to put it on the ballot today.
I'm just saying postpone it to later in the meeting,
Yeah.
in case Mary comes on, in case there's questions that we have. They have prepared their budget for wastewater and water. I mean, what's the feeling of the board?
I think we bump it later today, if possible.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back to this. and then we'll make a decision whether someone's here or not.
And the same thing on finalizing articles for town meeting, we can't do that until.
Oh, are you the Zoom user?
Yeah,
That's Mary.
Okay, would you let the Zoom user in? It's Mary.
Okay, sorry, Mary.
Then we can do it right now.
is the door open downstairs?
I think that it didn't shut all the way, is what
All right,
Carol
hang
said.
on.
Okay, because I'm thinking Graham's usually here and Eric's usually here.
Okay, she's on. Thank you, Mary.
Okay,
Don't-
thanks.
Don't do any naughty stuff.
It's called Zoom user? Okay,
No, she couldn't figure it out, I don't know. You know-
Mary, are you there?
There she is.
There she is. Hi,
You know,
Mary.
There was a reason I stayed.
You're on mute, Mary.
Unmute.
There we go.
There you go, thank
I'm
you.
here. I don't know how to put my name in. I've run into this before with the select board.
Yeah, we just don't want you to put porn on.
Yeah, well, I promise. Scout's honor.
Okay, all right. So thank you for their budgets. So I guess we could start with water.
That was me, the budget.
Is there anything that you had in discussion that's changed a lot? I do remember one discussion about the, oh wait, no, I guess I don't remember. Do you have any issues that stand out for us?
No, it's all what, I think when you were in there, it's all the same.
Okay. I know there was a lot of back and forth. Well, I was in the meeting, I was in two meetings, and the meeting on water was similar to the wastewater, and we had a lot of discussions, or the board had a lot of discussions about what was needed, what projects were coming up, what, and so on. So,
Yeah, the only big change from previous budgets is Goddard. Because we used to have this pact, I'll say, with Goddard. And don't even ask me to say how we did it. It was 20% or something. But now we're using them just like they're regular users. So we've
Right.
added a bunch of users. I think it's 71 until they pay their impact fee. Then it'll go up to 89, I believe.
I thought I heard 94 the other day.
That's for the waste.
Oh, that's
That's
wastewater.
wastewater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 89, I remember that.
Yeah.
And so they're now being treated like everyone else in town.
Yes.
And that's a good move. I think that, to me, that makes a lot of sense.
And it actually made our water not go. We were expecting it to go up because we lost so many, at the flood and with Green Mountain Ice took 7 of their 8 allocations away,
Right.
units away. So we were expecting to have to make our rates really high, but it turned out we didn't. It's about the same increase as we've done every year.
And don't you think, Mary, we might have lost a teeny bit with the wastewater, but it'll probably be more fair to them. But yeah, we gained a lot in the water, a lot.
Good, yeah, well, that sounded like a sweetheart deal with Goddard when they were Goddard.
Yeah.
And I think it was very
Yeah, we were
proper to
undercharging.
change it.
We were undercharging on the water.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dan?
Hey, Mary, Dan here. The salaries for the plant operator and the assistant operator, the increases in their salaries, what's that based on? Because I know we were using what the personnel policy says, which is 2.7% for all the other employees, and this looks like higher than that.
Yeah. They just they have to now have another, I don't even know what the words are, but they now have to do distribution. So they have to take more classes and they're like a higher level now. And so we gave them just a $2 raise for that.
That was a certification they had to train for, is that what I
Yes,
understood?
yes.
And so that certification justified that bump, that
Mary,
$2
would you
bump.
like me to add a little more clarification to?
Yes, I would.
So, and also the assistant operator had several, he had a step increase last year, which I don't think was totally accounted for in last year's budget, so I had to have more this year. And he also, completed some other certification, so he got another raise in the year. And now, yeah, they're getting the $2 plus the, on top of that, the cost of living. So, and we try to allow a little bit for overtime. It's a tougher calculation,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah. But that's why.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because
Yeah.
every other employee is getting the 2.7 unless they were getting a step, which some people are, so.
Yep.
Just want to make sure it's clear.
Sometimes I feel like you just should
Yep.
do your job and not be expected.
But, yeah, I guess the other thing is it's just good to know as an explanation. I know when the road crew, the latest road crew person got a new certification, we bumped up their salary, but that was part of an understanding. Is there like a schedule, Mary, of like, if there's other certifications that might be on the horizon, or is this just, I'm just curious because, there's probably lots of things they can train on.
Yeah,
don't know.
no, that's something that the state did.
Mandates.
It's nothing that's predicted. It's
Okay.
something that the state just added.
So you can't plan for that then if it's state
No.
requirement. Okay.
And I'll tell you, I know we pay our guys pretty well, but the reason why is, I guess some of you have been around, but we would get operators, we'd train them, and then they'd go make much more money someplace else.
Mhm.
And so we finally decided we did not want to be somebody's training ground. So we made the decision to bring them up to industry standards. So that's why they're pretty up there. But, and plus we've got Tristan's excellent, as you guys might know. So we really don't want to lose him. So.
Yeah. No, these are all reasonable things. Yes, Peter?
Mary, just to follow up on what Dan was saying with the cost of living, our personnel policy is very specific as to the standard for COLA, and that is spelled out. If you look back in the compensation section, it tracks the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So generally in December, when the select board starts its budget hearings, we get the November figure, and that's what we use. So we should probably plan to coordinate with you next year on that around that time, so that we're using the same amount.
Yeah.
And similarly, if you look at the compensation language, it talks about exactly what you were just saying, which is that periodically, and it doesn't have a specific timetable, we're to look, no less than every 3 years, we're to look and see, are we keeping up with the market?
Yeah.
Because exactly, we don't want to be the training ground and lose people to other places. And so that's an appropriate thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Carol?
I think we do try to give the raises the same as the town.
Yeah. Well,
It's just the special things that come in that maybe bump it up more than what the town gives.
Yeah. Carol has a thought
so,
on this, I think.
But also, even if we over budgeted, we're not just going to pay them what the budget says.
That's true.
They get paid per hour.
Right.
So if, and I was, Josh and I thought it was 3.1. So, but even if we budgeted a little too much, they won't get paid that. It'll go back in.
Yeah. Well, the same thing. I think his placeholder
Yes.
number was 3.1 when he gave us the
Yeah,
budget,
right.
not knowing what,
Right.
because we didn't have the standard yet, so.
Yeah.
And I also had to come up with something.
Yeah, it turned out to be 2.7, but like you
Right.
say, the budget is allowing for the amount of money that taxpayers
Yeah.
agree to, and if we don't spend it, that's great.
Right.
Okay. Any other questions on
I think I
water?
have a very broad question, very basic question. Excuse me,
Yeah.
if this is obvious. I'm looking at the water and wastewater budgets in front of me, and they're different budgets, but the plant operator, assistant clerk, treasurer, town clerk, treasurer are all identical.
Yes,
Are
it's
the-
half each. Half each. I pay them, half of the year we pay out of water, and half of the year we pay out of wastewater.
Okay,
So the salaries too, your salary and theirs.
So,
Yes,
We're right about that? Okay.
Yes.
so shouldn't the amounts on each be halved?
it should be, isn't it?
No,
They're-
it is half. I think they're,
They are halved
one makes
already. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
86.
yeah.
If it's not,
and
it's
one
an
makes,
error, but
right,
it
it's-
should be.
it should be 86 and 60 something.
Yeah, it
Okay.
should be
Yeah.
half and half.
Well, I think
Yeah.
it is. I think they're
Okay.
just higher,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, so that was done, yeah. Yes, sorry.
So Mary, looking at the warning for town meeting, we need to warn 2 articles. And the language from last year says, shall the town approve, and it has $1 for the operation of the water department for the following year to be paid for by the ratepayers. And then the same thing for the wastewater. What are the 2 numbers that we should be approving here?
Carl, I just want to say, what was it that we frequently leave out that you wrote down and I didn't? Remember Tim was saying every time when they stand up to do that article, there's something that's supposed to be said. Do you know, Carol?
It is included.
It is included.
It's the
paid by
ratepayers, right?
It's paid by the ratepayers, and Peter just mentioned,
Yeah, I just wanted
that
to
was
make
in
sure.
last year too.
And by the way, I told Water Sewer, they may have forgotten, I added, extra pay to assistant clerk, assistant treasurer, so that if they do demand more of me, I'm gonna put a little more on them in a week. I padded it a little bit and I told
We
them.
wanted to give you a raise, but we couldn't. It goes with
Well,
the
it's good,
town.
it's good news that you've negotiated with the new owners of Goddard, because
Yeah,
that's a big help.
Yep. Okay, so what you were asking,
So
Peter?
the language has to say it's paid for by the
and it
ratepayers.
does.
And it
Yeah,
does,
Saw it
yeah.
today.
and it did last year too.
Good job thinking of that, man.
But that was the issue we spoke about.
So the number that you're looking for, I believe, is 3,000, no, I'm horrible at numbers, guy. $311,874. Or is it, yeah, is that
Yeah,
it?
so that's the water.
That's for
That's the water.
And now go and make sure it matches the expenses, because if
It does. I checked them
Okay,
both.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's happening.
And then for wastewater, it's $392,055.
Yep,
Right, and
Okay.
did you check the expenditures?
Yep, they're both the same.
Because I could have made a mistake.
No, you don't make mistakes.
Oh, I did.
No.
See, this last column doesn't have a heading on it, proposed 26.
Well, yeah, and some of the formatting's off, and I was fighting with it today, the printer will fix it.
well, thank you for getting this to us. I know it just came to you Friday, so.
Yeah, and I'm glad Carol's there tonight because all the numbers people have left and I'm just not. So,
Wow, there's nobody here.
I think the snow has kept everybody away except for on Zoom.
Yep, but we're still getting things done, that's good. Okay, you have any other questions about water and then wastewater? Sounds like we're looking at both.
just so you'll know, because most people think there's not meters on wastewater. It just kind of goes along with water. So that's not
You can-
metered.
You can measure the water going in, but it's harder to measure anything coming out, so,
Wouldn't be very
Right.
fair.
yeah. And what is the status of the meter reading? There's supposed to be a meter reading happening soon? Is that correct?
Carol can answer that one.
Oh, Carol
Go
can
ahead,
answer that
Carol.
one.
Take it away.
Um,
Well, basically, they didn't do it.
They didn't do it, and I said a while ago, you're just gonna do a base reading, because I don't think you're getting
Yeah.
the meters done. And, then I realized that I should have been sending them something in order to read the meters. It popped in my head, and I said, didn't you need something from me? And then they came in the office and said, well, we're not gonna read the meters, we're gonna do a base reading, which immediately turned into a thing. I had more work to do, and I'm gonna have more follow-up work to do. And it's also, I can't make, Nemrick had to set it up for me. Now I can't make adjustments that I need to make. So I'm gonna have to do like hand do some separate bills. So again, like,
So that we understand, is there one reading a year, two readings a year? And that's what inspires the bills?
yep, but now I just have to
Okay.
do a base reading, but
You-
later on,
What
work
do
it
you
in.
mean base reading?
Just everybody gets billed minimum, but it, like, it's a whole thing, and so now they have to go out and do an interim reading, so then I'll have to get that entered in, and then,
They talked about changing
me-
the system, and is it the NIMRIC system that's changing it? Or what
We
is-
would love to.
we switched to a different meter reader company, which is fine, but why don't they go out and read the meters?
Whose job was it to read the meters?
The water sewer boys.
Tristan, and I don't know why they didn't do it. I mean, Tristan's excellent, but there's a few things that he hasn't done, like the report, which he was supposed to be doing, so I'm gonna be writing
Well, and
that.
with two full-time operators, it should be run more like a wastewater, water district, like there should be more paperwork that they have time to do.
I mean, it seems like that has the capacity to change the budget dramatically. It seems like that's could be missing a lot of revenue, no?
Yes. Well, how this works, sorry, Carol. The base
Yeah.
is what we give them, we give everybody 30,000 gallons every 6 months. So that's the base. What we charge when they do the reading is if they go over that, then we charge overage, and that's where some of our money comes from.
So it's not a big number.
And so
It's-
what proportion of the water users in town go above the 30,000 gallons?
I don't know. Do you know,
Um,
Carol?
Not off the top of my head, it's kind of gone out of my head, but that would be a very good water chief operator question.
Yeah, I wish we had that answer, because we're trying to get this approved tonight.
Well, we don't approve the budget, we only put it on the ballot.
That's
No,
true.
the budget it's not going to change the budget because everyone is still paying the base fee. It's just that
There might be extra
there
income.
would be more coming, and that would be this year's budget actually, that these assessments will be coming into. But yes, it is a loss of revenue.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay,
And it's a loss of revenue because more work on me,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. I mean,
Peter?
Mary, can I ask a question about the commission itself?
Sure.
According to our town charter, it's 3 members.
Right.
And they're for 3-year terms. Yours was up last year, and I hope we renewed you.
It's usually renewed automatically, to tell you the truth. Well, I don't know,
No.
because
It must be done by act of the select board. The
I would have told them to appoint you, Mary, and
yeah,
We just didn't know.
we may have, we just don't recall.
Yeah.
Josh's term is up this year, and then Scott's the year after that. As a general question, I mean, because of the open meeting laws, two commissioners can't actually talk to each other outside of a publicly warned meeting about anything to do with the commission.
other than trying to create the budget. I mean, not the budget, sorry, the agenda.
Yeah, right, they can create the agenda, right, and share information, but you can't discuss anything.
Right.
Right.
We found by the expanding of the select board from 3 to 5, that it really created the opportunity for us to create task forces, where 2 people could go off and work on an issue and then come back to the full board, you know, with suggestions and solutions and whatnot. Do you think the water commission could benefit from the same thing, an expansion to 5?
but we couldn't even get, we went on 2.
Yeah, but the
Let me-
legal,
Years.
Let me say this. I don't think we're gonna have like you guys need whatever you just said, the like work task forces or whatever. But where we're running into an issue, and I think I wrote this to you guys, is I don't know if Josh is gonna come back. Do we know? We don't. So right now there's just Scott and myself, which is a quorum. But if anything comes up, as you guys know, I wrote this to you. If anything comes up to have to do with Tristan, or what was the other thing I said? I don't know, but that would leave just me because he has to recuse himself. So until we know what's going on with Josh, that's why I was asking if somebody could just be like a emergency stand-in for a vote if we need it. I'm not saying, and I don't know that this would ever happen, but you never know. I'm just one of those people that like to prepare for the possibilities.
Well, this is the reason the 5-person possibility would address that. You'd
Right.
have, somebody could drop out of the picture
But I
and
mean,
you'd still have a
that's
quorum.
likely gonna be multiple years away.
And it's going to be a long
Yeah.
time, so the question is,
It'll take a charter change through the legislature to do that.
which is probably 2 years.
Well, maybe.
But Mary, I did send a legal request into the League of Cities and Towns with a number of these options, like could we appoint an interim person? Could it be a select board person? Does it have to be a resident of the town of Plainfield, which it appears that it does by the charter? And
Right.
I didn't get the legal response back from them yet, but we are
The
looking.
reason I thought it could be the select board is because basically if we fail, you're the, the water wastewater now is you guys' baby. The select board's.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
We essentially,
Yeah.
the select board essentially delegates, according to the charter, all of this to the Water Wastewater Commission.
Yeah.
Right, right. So I figured maybe the select board could be a stand-in if needed, but I don't know legalities. I have no clue.
I think the question today is, assuming the league says it's okay, should we start the process? And I recognize you haven't found people for 3 people on the board, but that's not to say we couldn't have 5 positions open and then search for members down the road.
What do we do if one person isn't there and you have to vote? I mean, usually we all get along and we just work it out. But what with 4 people, we could be a draw.
Well, you could be a draw with 2,
True.
right?
Very
So
true.
hope you keep working together.
Yeah. Well, I was just wondering if you guys have run into that because I was thinking about that too, not too long
Well, I
ago,
mean,
about maybe we
If
needed
you
5,
draw,
but
Mary, if at any time you draw, like with your 3, if one person's out, then there's no action. You have to have a majority.
Right.
And so you would have to wait till the 3rd person came, or one of the 2 people would have to change their mind.
yeah. We usually, like I said, we agree, but we add 2 more people, who knows? I'm okay with it if we wanted. Wouldn't we have to vote on it?
Yes, as a town, we'd have to vote on it next year at this
It
point.
would be next year's town meeting.
Yep.
If
Well,
it's something
I mean,
we wanna-
well, no, I guess you guys would have to vote on it, not us, right? We just have to tell you, yes, we think it's a good idea. No.
No, the town would have to, in order to get to 5, the legislature would have to pass a charter change for the town of Plainfield, which the voters would have to adopt.
Oh, right. Because
So
it's
it would
not
take
just
a
the
year,
town
it would take
charter.
a year, and it would kick in the following year.
Yeah.
It's just like we did for changing the elected to appointed town clerk and treasurer. It took 2 years to fully implement. So,
Okay.
But
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. That's for
in
sure.
the meantime, can we appoint somebody
There
interim?
has to be a vacancy.
Yeah,
We don't have a vacancy right now.
well, we might in 5 weeks.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying Josh would have to officially step down for us to have a vacancy to put someone into.
Right.
We can't
Right,
appoint a 4th
right.
person.
Right.
There'd have to be a vacancy, and then
That's
we could
correct.
appoint immediately into the vacancy.
Could you
for the
have a
next few-
sub though?
No, not
No,
under
not even
charter.
a sub?
No, there's no subs allowed for. It's a 3-person body appointed by the select board, period.
Okay.
So we just have to have a vacancy. That vacancy could only be open for 5 weeks, but we'd have to have someone step down to then appoint somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. If we
Yep.
can find anybody, let's hope.
We should add that to the list of vacancies.
Well, we don't technically have any vacancies. There is an opportunity. There will be an appointment in March.
Yep, following
Dan
town
will do
meeting.
it when he's done select board.
I mean,
That's what Carl's for.
If there's, what?
He's not on the
He
system.
can't be, he's not in the system.
He's gonna move.
Exactly.
I mean, are there next steps toward the possibility of moving from a 3 to 5 person water wastewater board?
I think not right now.
That's what's gonna take a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is the move then to get it at town meeting in 2027?
Yes, that would be the goal.
That would be the goal, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Man, if I'm still on the commission at 2027.
Hang in there, Mary.
Well, your term goes from 2024 through 2027, right?
Yes, but I've been on since
2025 to
2004.
2025 through 2028.
I've been on here for forever.
Yeah.
Okay, so, any other questions about
Nope.
these? Should we have a motion to?
Well, so we have to do all the articles. We don't have to approve a
Oh,
budget.
okay.
So I think we just move to the next agenda item. I just spent, while we were here, writing out all the articles, I think.
Wow, great.
Based on last year's. I'm just taking the language from last year and changing the numbers and not doing all the reserve funds we did last year.
Okay.
So,
So we're all set with
Yes.
water, wastewater?
thank you,
So,
Mary.
thank you, Mary. We're all set. Thank you,
Yeah.
Carol.
You're welcome.
Input.
Bye.
So,
Okay.
to remind us all, last week, we voted the paving bond not to exceed $250,000 as Article 1, and the water bond for School Street not to exceed $750,000 as Article 2. And those are already, the warnings, we approved all of that. So we need to add articles using the same format as last year. Article 3 would then be to elect all necessary officers for the ensuing year: moderator, select board, auditor, collector of delinquent taxes, cemetery commissioner, lister, and school director. Article 4 would then be to hear reports of town officers and act on the same. Article 5 would be, shall the town vote to raise appropriate, I have to look at the language there. Vote to raise, appropriate and expend, raise, appropriate, and expend the sum of $6,833.06 for the support of Rural Community Transportation Incorporated to provide services to residents of the town of Plainfield. Which we saw this number before. We talked about this a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Article 6, shall the town of Plainfield appropriate the sum of $1,499 to Green Mountain Transit as its share of the 2025 year cost of commuter bus service along Route 2 with service into Montpelier. This appropriation funds a portion of the total cost of the service, which will also be supported by appropriations from other towns, state, and federal funds and passenger fares. Article 7 would be, shall the town voters authorize the expenditures of the following not-for-profit service agencies as recommended by the appointed Social Concerns Committee. Those were Good Beginnings, $400, Good Samaritan Haven, $1,250, Neighbors in Action, $250, Onion River Food Shelf, $1,000, Our House, $100, People's Health and Wellness, $1,000, Twin Field Together Mentor, $250, Twin Valley Senior Center, $4,650, Vermont Center for Independent Living, $175, Washington County Diversion, $400, for a grand total of $16,550. That's in the budget. Article 8, shall the town voters authorize an appropriation of $56,000 to the Cutler Memorial Library to pay for the librarian, a library assistant, and the purchase of materials and services, including those to make the library accessible to the community. Article 9 is the approval of $311,874 for the operation of the water department for the period of July 1st, 2026 to June 30th, 2027, to be paid by the ratepayers of the system. Article 10 is, shall the town approve $392,055 for the operation of the wastewater department for the period of July 1st, 2026 to June 30th, 2027, to be paid for by the ratepayers of the system. And then the last article, Article 11, shall the town approve total fund expenditures of $1,842,047.44 to pay for administrative operations, fire and rescue department, and highway department of the town of Plainfield for the period of July 1st, 2026 to June 30th, 2027, of which $1,326,787.44 shall be raised by taxes and $515,260 by non-tax revenue. So those would be our 11 articles. 2 we've already voted on. Yeah.
Okay,
We need 2 more articles.
What's that?
We need, shall the town of Plainfield authorize the select board to apply any surplus from the current fiscal
yeah.
year to reduce taxes in the next fiscal year? Standard boilerplate.
yep,
Yep.
And I would point out that our budget this year takes advantage of that.
yeah,
And then we need the dates for the collection of taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Shall the town vote to accept the provisions of public statutes related to collection of taxes by the town treasurer and vote to collect municipal taxes 30 days for mailing and not prior to? And then there should be an August payment, a November payment, and
Yeah.
a September,
Starting
and a
with-
February payment.
I'm looking at the calendar.
And I don't know if Bram gave those to us or not.
what do you put it in here? I didn't see anything.
No, and we're gonna have to pay attention because there's a primary in August and you don't want it that same week.
Yeah, the primary is the 12th or something, or whatever that Tuesday is.
The 11th.
The 11th.
You don't want taxes on the 12th. So it would have to be the 19th of August. August 19th. And then we have the general in the state in November, not general, state.
Yeah.
Or,
So you want to say August 19th,
Doesn't that sound good if the
Yeah.
primary is the 11th?
2026?
Okay,
And then what would the?
Is that a
no,
Wednesday?
Yep.
Yes, it's always a one.
And then the
Okay.
February, or the, excuse me, the November date,
So the second would be the election, so it'd be the 11th or the 18th?
right?
Probably-
We had the 19th last year, so the 18th is
I
probably,
think the 18th, because you're gonna run into
yeah,
Veterans Day and all that.
okay, so
Okay.
that's the 18th, 2026. And then the February
February.
date is February 11th this year. What would be the
So we
corresponding?
could do the 10th, right?
February 10th, 2027.
okay,
That's correct.
All right, and then actually, so we added shall the town authorize for surplus, we just added those dates. And then I guess the last article is always to transact other non-binding business, which is always an article. So I'm adding Article 14, which is 5 articles shorter than last year,
Oh,
because we did all those reserve funds last year.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad you're here, Karen.
yeah.
that wasn't my job, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Dan, that was the longest motion I've ever heard in my life, but I'll second that.
oh yeah,
He'd be a good moderator without a microphone, his voice.
motion to add articles to the election as follows, made by Dan, second by,
How can it be 2027 coming up next year? Seems weird to me.
I just barely have gotten used to writing 2026.
well, just start.
I'm messing with it all the time.
Motion.
You ready for the flying cars?
Okay, we have a motion and second. Is there any discussion, more discussion? Would you repeat that, please?
Yes,
Kidding.
Will.
Okay, all those in favor, say
Starting
aye.
with Article 1, could you repeat
Aye.
that, please?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Oh, Patty?
is Patty and I, or is Patty with us?
Patty?
401,
Aw.
She's on.
Muted. She's muted.
yeah,
Okay.
so that's gonna be a 401.
401.
Aye.
There we go.
Aye, okay.
Patty?
5-0, okay.
Great.
All right, good. So we have what Bram needs so far, right? to do
Yeah,
the
I hope
publication.
so. I will share this with him, and I will share these notes.
Okay. All right,
Trying to think if there's anything else that we're forgetting.
town clerk's report, I don't,
See him, so we will have none.
I think there's nothing official. But we do have our grant administrator here.
Hello.
We would love to have a report.
Great. Hello, all. All right. So I provided a written report ahead of the meeting. Hopefully, you all got it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, just a few updates, and then I'll take any questions. Just to let you know that on the FEMA side of things, there's a lot of movement with our projects and a lot of updates to our numbers. So you can see that from the last report where we were at 1.2 million, we're up to 1.3 million. And a number of these projects are now pending award. So things are moving along pretty quickly. So that's a good thing. We'll start to see money. And we like that. And more money than we were estimating. So very good.
Good.
That's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Okay.
All righty.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So I feel that state FEMA people are really working hard to help us. Are they getting real information, do you feel, from the feds?
Yeah, well, we have a really good team working with us right now. So our PDMG is a guy by the name of Bill Doyle, and he's working closely with Lisa. I think her last name is Schefflert from the state FEMA team at VEM.
Okay.
And our consultants. So this small team is pretty efficient and working really well together right now. So you know, it all feels pretty seamless and not a lot of bumps. So like
Well,
that a
that's
lot. This is probably the first time in the almost year and a half that we've been doing this that it felt this easy. But easy like is relative.
Yeah. Well, great. That's terrific news.
Yeah. So that's the on the FEMA side. And then no additional word on the buyouts yet. We're still where we were. And Peter's been working with, you all know what's going on with VTrans and Federal Highway. So there is some money that's coming in. Jamie and I worked on making some corrections to one of the requests for reimbursement in Josh's absence, and we got that in. And so we do know that the VTrans is processing all of those reimbursement requests, which amount to the $850,000 that we expect. So we'll start to see some of that money rolling in as well.
Great.
There was a meeting on the brick grant for the let me just think about this. No, wait a minute. There are lots of meetings going on all the time. I just want to make sure I put this in the right place. Because this was, gosh, was this the Batchelder Dam? Hang on.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
lack of heading in there, but yeah.
Yeah, this is Karen Hatcher making a mistake. Wait a minute. Hang on. Yeah, the update. See, there's two places where SLR Consulting is working with VEM on our behalf. One is on the study of the Great Brook, and the other one is on the removal of the Batchelder Dam.
Oh, okay.
And both of those things are in play, but there is some, we're in the one case where with the brick grant with the Great Brook study, that those dollars are at the state and in hand, and the dollars that we're expecting for the old Batchelder Dam removal, that's with what my notes say, status timeline sent to FEMA 12/22 on my report to you. So I will correct this so you have the accurate information in front of you. And I apologize. There's just a lot of moving parts.
I'm confused.
Okay, go ahead, Peter.
Go, Peter.
Yeah, Karen, so in looking at your report, there's the page that's titled Brick Grant for H&H Study of the Great Brook, and then it looks like there was a headline missing before the Batchelder Dam, somewhere down there. But to talk about the brick study, you just said that the money was in hand, but now your report here says there's no guarantee that this was sent off to FEMA. There's a requirement that it be signed off by Secretary Noem, and that there hasn't been any of these grants signed anywhere in the country for a while, which leads me to believe that this is basically on hold while we move ahead full tilt boogie with federal highways and VTrans on the replacement of those projects. And so it doesn't sound like we're going to have any advice from these river people in time to project need to get to preliminary engineering by the end of October?
Unfortunately, I think you're right. And I don't know that there's anything we can do about it. So I'm just staying in touch with the folks who are managing the grants, to get updates from them. And I can check back in with Steve Libby on the brick grant to see if there's been any movement. But the problem, as we know, is that Secretary Nome is needing to sign off on anything that's over whatever that number is, $10,000. And so there's a huge backlog at DHS right now. So I don't know what's going to happen. No crystal ball here.
Okay.
Okay,
No.
but that's good to know about, though.
Yeah, but we're just, we're staying in touch with the folks at the state who are staying in touch with the feds. And when there's movement, we'll know.
So on the dam, is that the one you said has been sent off and this money is in hand?
No, I thought, no, and actually, and I'm really sorry for the confusion on this. The BRIC grant with the Great Brook study, those dollars are at the state, and that is, those were funds from previous BRIC grant. There was a remaining balance for a study that didn't happen and it got applied. So it was like, I think from 2021 or 2022. So I believe that we have a better chance of the Great Brook study proceeding than we do with the Batchelder Dam being removed. But let me check and let me get you an update on that, and I apologize.
Yep,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Okay. All right. And some movement with the emergency watershed grant, to say that, and I copied you on an email today to the property owners who were affected. We're working with Brian Voigt at the Regional Planning Commission to help us. He's helping us put an RFP out for engineering so that we can start to, so that we can continue to move the whole process along once we have some clear land and no snow to get the engineering done and the design work done and the actual costs put together. All of that, as I said to you in the email, is 100% covered in the grant, those expenses. So even if those projects don't go forward, we still have really valuable information about what might be needed in the future on those sites. But the plan is once we have the design work done and the costing, we will meet with the property owners and review what the options are for going forward. And the town needs to be represented at those meetings as well, because the town is the sponsor, if you will, of the grant, and ultimately does have the responsibility for making sure that if the banks need to be, shored up, that they are. So, any rate, more on that as we go. But that's just gone out, and I will be coming. Brian and I will be coming to the board on March 9th. Hopefully with a contract recommendation for an engineering firm to do the work and to have the board approve and sign it.
Great, thank you.
Okay, all righty. And I think that really is all I have for you tonight.
Thank you, Karen.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Karen.
Okay,
Great, thank you.
welcome.
Okay, finalized town meeting details. We kind of did that, didn't we?
I think so.
What was the idea
The
that,
other?
And I think that was your suggestion, put it back in there, no?
Oh, but I was thinking about the election details. I think these next two items are the same. I was just gonna do
Okay, fair enough.
the notice. I don't know if there's any update on the childcare for town meeting day, since we have a time
Oh,
when we're
right.
talking. I don't know if Patty or Francis Rose have.
I don't believe anyone has filled out the survey.
I did post it on Plainfield People.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I got a lot of thumbs up emojis, but I don't know if anybody clicked on the link.
Did you figure out a way to block off the one room?
No, they're gonna go to they're gonna be at Cutler.
Wonderful.
yeah, because there's books and there's toys,
Oh,
and, yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, so the idea is that there'll be a Cutler, that there'll be childcare available at Cutler Library. The person who drops off a child has to be the person to pick them up.
That's fantastic.
But there'll be 2 adults from Twinfield and
Wonderful.
3 teenagers from Twinfield. doing
Yeah, the 2 adults
childcare.
are registered, or,
Yeah,
yeah, they're,
they're like the babysitting instructor
Oh,
and,
that's
yeah.
fantastic.
yeah,
The students are in some kind of training
Right.
program.
No, we tried to do it
Yeah.
1 year and.
Yeah, no, we've talked to the folks at the Cutler.
we're not gonna do it down there. Yep.
Great.
Yeah, so that way there's no
Yeah.
noise issue or other issue. Patty, go ahead.
Okay, no, Carol, I just wanted to say that the teenagers are going to do it are from the babysitting club. There's so
Yeah,
there's
that's
I,
great.
yeah, and 2 adults, Nikki Arbach and Marine Disco, I think her name is. They're all really excited about doing it.
I'm so happy it's at the Cutler, because that's a great space, Patty.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice job, Patty.
I want to go.
Oh, good, yeah.
Francis, right. Okay, election details. So what is this
This
about?
is, so we have a notice that's going to go out everywhere. I can link it in the notes, so it goes into the minutes, but I'm happy to read it. It's just for folks to know the information about the election. So
Okay.
Election day is March 3rd, 2026. Polls open at 9 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. In-person voting will take place exclusively at the Plainfield Town Hall Opera House, 18 High Street. The voter checklist will be posted at the clerk's office by January 31st, 2026. If your name is not on the checklist and you want to vote, you'll need to register going to vote.vermont.gov. Note, in Vermont, you may register on election day at the polling place. The auditors meeting will be held on February 6th. The place and time is still being determined, but look for more information on that. The informational meeting regarding both bond votes will be held on, as we said earlier, Monday, February 9th at 5:30 p.m. at the Plainfield Town Hall Opera House, and that will be directly before our regularly scheduled select board meeting. Ballots will be available by Wednesday, February 11th. Note, voters are encouraged to apply online, as February 11th is tax collection day. Voters seeking in-office ballots should visit municipal building after Friday, February 13th, if possible, so that they actually have time to help you. And you can apply and get them sent to you, or come in and vote in person,
Yeah.
all the way up until election day. Registering to vote, you can register at any time, vote.vermont.gov.
Can I talk? We will be closed the day before the election, so you cannot come get a ballot that day.
Got it. So you can't vote on Monday, March 2nd, but you can
We'll be
vote
up here setting up.
the other days leading up. Absentee voting options, you may vote in the town clerk's office until Friday, February 27th at 4 p.m.
There you go.
You must take your ballots out of the clerk's office. If you use mail, it must be received by the clerk office prior to March 3rd. If you are hand delivering to the clerk's office, it must be in the drop box before 4 p.m. on March 2nd. You can also cast your vote at the polling place before 7 p.m. on election day. Note, we cannot issue your ballot to a spouse, child, parent, or any other person other than you. Have a ballot mailed to you and mail or deliver it back to the clerk's office before election day, as you see previous paragraph. If you're experiencing illness or disability before election day, you can ask the town clerk to have 2 justices of the peace bring a ballot to you at your home. The
Wow.
JP will wait while you mark your ballot, and then we'll collect the ballot and deliver them back to the town office. They are not allowed to leave the ballot. To ensure availability of this service, please arrange with us as early as possible. For help or information, you can call the Secretary of State's office, but also you can call the town office, especially if you want to have Justice of the Peace come to your home before election day.
Peter?
Last election, I was one of 2 justices who did go delivery, and the party insisted that we leave the ballot for them and their husband, who was not present, and that is not allowed.
And it happened the previous
Yeah.
time too.
Yeah, that is not allowed, we cannot do that.
No.
Yeah, you definitely can't leave a ballot for someone who's not there. I mean,
No,
you can't,
Yeah,
no.
you must vote, and then it gets sealed, and the 2 JPs bring it home.
And we're gonna have to stick with that, because people have really been fighting us on it.
well, I mean, it's state law.
Yeah,
We have to follow election law.
All that sounds good to you, what you just read?
perfect.
Fantastic, thank you, Dan.
And that is in the notes. It'll also be, I'm sure, on the website if it's not already.
Right,
And around, it's just the notice to voters.
yep. Next item, we have a auditor position we need to appoint.
I would make a motion to appoint Karen Jones as town auditor.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you, Patty. Opposed? And so we have 5, ayes. And, okay,
Mr. Chairman, can I make a motion to approve minutes from January 19th, 2026 special select board meeting?
yes, please, thank you.
Second.
All those in favor of that, say aye.
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 Opposed?
Mr. Chairman, can I make a motion to approve accounts payable for January 25th, 2026 and payroll for January 23rd, 2026?
Second.
Those dates, in case they weren't on the agenda, I got them from the
Okay,
warrants that we signed.
thank you.
Thank
I was wondering where they came from.
I think Patty just seconded.
Seconded, okay, moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, and opposed. Okay, we are meeting. Our next date for a select board meeting is 2/9/26. As we said, we're going to be meeting 5:30 to, before the meeting, but our standard meeting will be starting at 6. Peter?
I will not be at the informational, and I don't know what part of the full meeting I will be able to attend.
Because you're getting into the heavy season.
If I can join by Zoom, I will.
Okay, thank you for letting us know.
If I may hit the rewind button to childcare at town meeting, I was able to access the form. We have no responses as of yet to republish. I also recognize that I'm delinquent in filling it out because I would like childcare at town meeting.
My guess is we're not gonna know how many kids until much closer to election day itself.
That's probably true,
Yeah.
nevertheless. If I publish it to the forum again, if somebody else could repeat it on to Facebook, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any other where we can post it?
I missed that, Patty. What did you
Anywhere else
say?
we can post it. I wonder if we could get physical copies
It's at the library.
post it at the library.
Oh, yeah, good
Post it
idea,
at the-
yeah.
Posted at the co-op?
I mean,
And maybe here.
or maybe at the school
I
too.
wouldn't be here, yeah. Post office?
I don't know if there's anywhere to post at the school, or ask them if they would send it out to the school email list or something.
School email list. That's a good idea.
I'm guessing there's a school email list.
There is.
I'm not a parent, so.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know these things anymore.
Well, I'll ask them.
Mr. Chairman, can I make a motion to adjourn at 6:59 PM?
I
Yes,
second.
Second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye,
Aye. Opposed?
your fastest meeting yet.
Thank you ever.
Everybody, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thank you.